let's use Charlie Kirk as an example. Now, I do believe modern day religion is wishful thinking, right? If everybody in the country was religious and was of Christian belief system, and they subscribe to that, it'd be very easy to get everybody moving in the same direction. The problem is the game has changed. Most people are not religious, and when you have, well, I can only describe as satanic forces penetrating society with the level of degeneracy between the promiscuous women, the men with the video games and the dullness, and everybody getting fat and living a life of luxury with no discipline at all. Religion doesn't work anymore. It's literally you're using a book that was written 2,000 years ago to apply to the new world order. It's not going to work. You're going to get crushed. Point being, Charlie Kirk, I think he had a very good message about having kids, not as young as you possibly can, because as a man you're going to get wrecked if you don't have the ability to decipher good from bad. It's my grievance with him. But he had his brains blown out in front of the world, and his wife, who was supposed to be a tradcon, who nobody tells you, oh, she was actually 7 years older than him. Right? She did not live any of the convictions that they confessed to everybody. Not only was she celebrating hat sales a week after he got his brains blown out on TV, she literally brought a new boyfriend to some event less than 7 months later, mixing the white chocolate with the dark chocolate. That's another thing too. I was in Toronto the other day, and I saw a billboard ad with a white girl, just like a white girl, like a kid, advertising for basketball. And I thought, holy shit. When was the last time we saw an advertisement with somebody white? A white kid. It's every single advertisement is always some interracial mixed couple when they're really like 1% of all couples. It's like most races are loyal within their own race, right? Like there's a reason why Asian women date Asian men. Indians date Indians. For some reason, the Indian men are trying to venture into the other pools, but apparently the most unattractive men out there, nobody wants them. Fine by me. Sorry, Jeets. Is what it is. Take the turban off, take off the headgear, maybe get a fade. Although I will say, they have a lot of really good fades and tight beard trims. Got to give them credit where credit is due. We're a very unbiased channel here. But racial loyalty is very, very strong and very dominant. And you don't see a lot of racial loyalty within white people, right? White women are not loyal to white men. White men take the most disrespect from white women, and nobody says anything. Everybody's just happy to take it. And you can't have people respecting white men again if their women don't even respect us. Now keep in mind, I'm Native. I have my Native card. I'm a card-carrying member of the community. I'm saying this. What about you white men? Why aren't you not commanding respect from your women and being respect-worthy? You can't be in there and be like, you better respect me, woman. Well, she's going to leave your ass and take half the shit and the kids too. You got to be respect-worthy. Are you fat? Well, that's not respect-worthy. Do you dress well? Okay, if you don't dress well, that's not very respect-worthy. Are you in shape? Do you have a plan? Do you take leadership? If you can speak well too, this is something I've worked on very, very much the last couple of years, 4 or 5 years. If you can speak well and with conviction, again, remember, the government convinced women that modern motherhood is slavery. You think you can't convince them that it's not? Especially if you can speak well with conviction? Right? They buy it up. Women are very emotional, right? Men are logical. You may not buy my shit as much as the women do, because women are emotional. You make them feel a certain way, they'll buy anything and everything. Again, use these powers for good. But this is the way that society has changed. And this is why I've quit giving up on it. You can't save the women, right? I've heard, why are you partaking in this culture? And whatever, getting practice with the recreational women, 26 plus, or the feminists. Because you can't save everybody. You can't save the women. The women are going to be women. The retards are going to be retards, right? The overweight fat men on Facebook complaining about Mark Carney this, corruption, that. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do to fix your situation? Are you going to go out there and try to have some type of formal investments to survive the inflation coming from this Iran war? With oil prices and energy going through the roof, everything's going to go through the roof. The inflation, I do believe this is just a giant excuse for them to turn on the money printer big time. I think COVID was just a giant way to turn on the money printer, because there was early signs of the monetary system, the debt-based Ponzi scheme collapsing. And they said, whatever, throw out the flu. Let's give them an injection, see if it makes them infertile. I guess we'll find out in years to come. They banned all the information from going public for 70 years, so we'll see soon enough. And then turn the money printer on. Makes a lot of sense to me. Think about it. Everybody got $2,000 in Canada. I'm not exactly sure what it was in the US. Everybody got $2,000. What do? They spend it on shit. They spend it on Amazon. They spend it on the Gucci, the Dior, right? They put it in the economy. And then all the banks got the money first. They put it into assets, and then they threw it out to the people. The government did, right? Just a giant inflation hit. You look at the inflation from 22 to 23, right? What are you going to do about it? The government is not coming to save you. Willy Wonka, Santa Claus, Jesus Christ, Tom Brady, me. Nobody is coming to save your stupid overweight ass. The end is coming. Are you prepared for war? Financial war, right? If you want to have kids, people say, I'll address it. I mentioned it off the top. You got to be married to have kids. No, you don't. If your woman is negotiating like a terrorist and telling you, you got to marry me or else, move along. I am not going to get married. If you like me enough, you will say, I'll take what I can get. I want your kids. I want to be with you. I want to have a family with you. Honestly, I just explained it logically to women too. I've had no problems with this at all. I've had many women come in, guns ablazing, literally, like terrorists. George W. Bush. We do not negotiate with terrorists. I need to be married. I'm not getting married. Why not? Because it's hostile towards men. Right? All the laws are ruled in your favor. There's no benefit to me. It's just a giant debt scheme. Right? You take out money, you go into debt for the dress, for the day, for the catering, for the flowers, etc., etc. Also, you can have some 3-slide Instagram story and a carousel of photos. Maybe a reel of a power edit. Drone flying over, fireworks. Oh my God, here's my dress. What a complete waste. Why don't we use the money for raising kids? Right? If you can find a woman that's willing to make sacrifices and understand a life of luxury is not on the table. You know what it is? Raising good kids, sticking together, having a family, raising the better versions of you. It may not be perfect, it may not be pretty, but God damn it, that is what you want. Well, I guess I don't need to be married then. How are you going to show me your commitment? Listen, it's not a fossilized piece of dinosaur shit. I'll tell you that much. Lab-grown diamond, real diamond, all just a giant scam. You got to use your 3-month salary. Why? So that I can go into debt, pay 22% interest. Then the credit cards and the banks are happy with the interest, and then the diamond industry makes money off me? No, sir. You know what? She'll take what she can get. You know what my commitment is? Not a ring. It's not a piece of paper with Mark Carney and the boys saying, hey, we're going to go into business. Boom, Mark Carney can hop into bed with us. No, sir. You know what it is? Me giving you children. Me being the best version of me, to look like the man, right? The Disney dream. Tall, handsome, humble, dark, and sexy. Now, I'm not caramel, I'm not dark, but I am the others. You want that? I got it. You want kids that look like me? I got it. You want kids that are going to be decisive like me and have a good father and a good role model, because fathers of this generation have been like pieces of furniture more than they have active and engaged fathers, especially for the women. My goodness, I have been very fortunate to see hypergamy and women in their raw state, being a professional athlete once upon a time, and being just me. And I will tell you firsthand, if their fathers were better men and more engaged and active in their daughters' lives, they would not have been there. I guarantee it. It is so... The mother is important, don't get me wrong, but the father is so much more important in this day and age, because there is an epidemic of cowardice in men. Not a pretend pandemic or a scamdemic or some imaginary flu. There's a pandemic of cowardice, and there's a pandemic of men not being real men and fathers being pieces of furniture. And I will change that. That is what I have to bring to the table. That is my leveraging point. If you want to get married and have a big wedding day with the government, I'm not the guy for you.